1955, Rosa Parks took a stand by sitting down, refusing to give up her bus seat to a white man. This seemingly small act of defiance became the catalyst for the Montgomery bus boycott and the civil rights movement all across the country. Just a few years later, right here in Savannah, Roger Shank blazed his own trail in our local transit system. WSAB's Kim Gusby shares his incredible journey as we continue to celebrate Black history.
The year was 1961. A then 28-year-old Roger Shank did something no black man in the city or state of Georgia had ever done. He moved to the front of the bus to take his seat behind the wheel for the Savannah Transit Authority, now CAT, a bold move in the segregated South.
During that time, there were marches in the street every night. People would go down to City Hall. They would do that. They would be, gassed or sprayed with water. And I remember that I was not working and I felt more free to demonstrate. And along with his sister, who was jailed for 3 weeks. We couldn't get her out of jail because nobody could stand the bond. It was so high, but Roger didn't participate because he knew better.
3 years prior, he'd married the love of his life, Mary, and they were expecting their first and only child. He needed to make money to support his growing family.
It wasn't pleasant. As you know, they had these colored assignments for all these facilities. And once I got into the facilities, training on the bus drivers, I wasn't allowed in the operator's room. I had to wait toward the maintenance department before we would go to the barn to select the bus.
And though racism reared its ugly head more often than not, Shank remained calm and persevered.
He would go over to the bus company, cut the grass, wash the buses, change the tires. He was not allowed to use the facilities in the main building. He had to use the ones in where the maintenance folk were. And he did that for a good at least 2 months. And then he came home one day and said he was going to get a uniform.
The move attracted eyes across the country. This picture was published in the Pittsburgh Carrier on Shank's first day. His initial route was the Liberty Parkway line, a then newly developed black neighborhood. Other routes would follow, but not everyone was on board.
The operators at that time, they didn't accept it. They would get sick reports, right in that room. They reported to work and get sick. And they had some things to say, but I just kept quiet and did what I was supposed to do.
He didn't have the same liberties as his colleagues, and he was even confronted by an angry passenger.
I had one case of on the number 11 Abercorn where one passenger approached and said, you got a white man's job. And I didn't answer. So he cussed, and I pulled over at the Georgia Infirmary and told him, sir, you can't curse on the bus, please. I don't care what you call me, but just don't the ladies. And he kept going, so I said, you have to get off the bus. And I did, and he reported me.
Soft-spoken by nature, his actions proved louder than words. With support from his family and the black community, Shank worked his way up the ladder. Eventually, Shank was promoted to night relief supervisor and day and night shift dispatcher. Before long, he was training other black bus operators and later the first women to do the same, ultimately attaining the title of assistant superintendent. In 1991, he became the first African-American director of transportation.
Going through the ranks, it was all muscle to me, and it just seemed like I didn't have the training in some of it, and it was to do a better job than the guys who was in front of me in those ranks as I came up.
Shank retired from the transit system in 1992 after 30 years, with little to no recognition for his pioneering accomplishments. Now at age 90, he and his wife continue to enjoy retirement together. So the next time a cat bus passes by, think of Roger Shank and thank him for the road he traveled to pave the way.
I've been through it all, but I've enjoyed it. I don't have any gripes. I had a good career, and I'm happy for the rest of those who come behind me.
Kim Gusby, WSAV News 3.